Whether you're looking to simplify your life a little, maybe save some money, or future-proof your home and your life, I have 20 very simple, sustainable, eco-friendly tips that you can do. The best part is these are all small tips, they're all small habits that I don't think enough people are talking about. I have been working in the sustainability field for more than 2 decades, so these are things that I've been doing for many, many years. And not only are they healthier for the environment and our communities, it's better for you and me. My first habit, and this is something that's just a little bit of a mindset shift, but once you do it, it's just gonna be second nature. You're gonna love it. When I need something, my first thought is not, okay, let me go to Amazon or let me go to the Target. My first thought is, let me go to the thrift store. And it doesn't have to be the thrift store. It could be Facebook Marketplace. Try to buy things that are not new as much as possible. I'll just give you this example. My sister and her family were here over Thanksgiving and they stayed with us for about a week. And I wanted to give her leftovers to take home, but I didn't have enough leftover like glass lock containers that I use. And so I told my sister, let me just run to the thrift store. I'm going to get a casserole dish so that you guys can take home some stuff. So they were leaving the next day. I went to the thrift store with my daughter. I found this amazing blue anchor hocking casserole dish. They actually don't make them anymore. I got it for like $3.99. I brought it home, filled it with leftovers, gave it to them to take home. So instead of running to the grocery store or something to get a leftover container, I'm running to the thrift store and I'm getting something that's way better quality and I'm not adding to more junk in the world. This next tip, I see so many people who don't do it when I go shopping. I think you should do this. I think that it's very simple to do. It is to bring your own stuff. And what I mean by that, when you go to the grocery store, just bring your own bags. These bags are sturdy, they're big, they're useful. You can just store them in your car. I do not go shopping and use the plastic bags that they give you. Actually, they don't give us the plastic bags anymore in DC, but they give us paper bags. You can purchase the plastic bags. I don't bother. I just like to use my own bags. I also bring my own coffee mugs. I don't go out for coffee very much, but if I do, you can guarantee I'm bringing a coffee mug and they give you a discount when you use your own mug. Or, this is weird, but I do this. I bring my own container for leftovers at the restaurant. I don't want to use their weird plasticky styrofoam containers. So I just bring my own glass one. And then that way I can just stick it right in my fridge. I can eat the leftovers the next day. The whole thing can be heated up. Oh, and my own water bottle. I should mention I never buy bottled water. I just get my own. We have filtered water at home. And even if I'm traveling, I will bring a water bottle with me. I will take it to the airport. Even if I'm flying, I just make sure it's empty. And then when I cross security, I can fill it up and have my water. This next one, I implore you to do this if you're not doing it already. I made the switch years ago. It's so easy. It's going to save you a ton of money. Stop using disposable paper towels. They're just wasteful. I'm telling you, I use 1 roll of paper towels a year. I use them for 2 specific things. I use them for pet accidents. I don't have a pet, but I do sometimes watch dogs and sometimes, they're in a new house and they might have an accident. So I do use it for that. And then I also use them to clean our toilet. I use like the half Bounty sheet to clean the toilet. And that's it. The rest of the time, I am using something like Swedish dishcloths. I'm also using, I can link these, they're like these bamboo paper towels that I love. You can just wash them in the washing machine. Honestly, if you don't want to buy that stuff, just take an old t-shirt, cut it up. You've got yourself some reusable paper towels. This next tip, and it's to use your local Buy Nothing or Trash Nothing group. Just go to trashnothing.com or buynothing.com. You can put your stuff on there and your neighbors can come pick it up. So if you've got things that you're donating, but then the best part is if you need something, you can find it and it's easy because you just find it in your neighborhood. You can even set up searches for things that you're looking for. It's just a great way to find things that are in your neighborhood and you can kind of share with your neighbors. So many people who I know, when they're washing their dishes, I see them running the water for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I die a little when I see this. Just shut your water off when you're washing your dishes. And kind of like the same thing when you're brushing your teeth, don't run the water when you're brushing your teeth. Do you remember those commercials probably like 35 years ago where they used to they sang that song about shutting the water off when you're brushing your teeth? It is still relevant today. If you're washing vegetables or fruits, or maybe you've made some pasta and you have extra water, go ahead and save it and use it to water your plants. When I do gardening and I have container gardening, I can't tell you, water's not cheap. It is pretty expensive. So if you can reuse your water rather than flushing it down the drain, you can water your plants, you can water if you're even growing fruits and vegetables, you can use that water so much better than using fresh water if you don't have to. Another thing for water is I actually take, and this might be a little harder for you to do, but I like it. I take super short showers. So ever since I was in college, I'm a weirdo. I fully admit this. I used to challenge myself to take the shortest possible shower that I could. I think at one point I got down to 2 minutes. Now I'm at about 3 minutes if I do my shower quickly, but just make it a game. Set a timer on your phone. See how short you can make your shower. I even shower faster than my husband, and I have lots of hair I need to wash, and he does not have a lot of hair that he needs to wash. A few more things on water. I would also say when you're washing your clothing, if you can, wash it on cold. I don't think that too many things need to be washed on hot water. Maybe bedding or towels, but for your everyday clothing, wash it on cold. Actually, if you have a high efficiency machine and you're using that specific detergent, it even says right on the bottle that it works best in cold water. Give it a try, see what you think. That was a perfect transition to the next one because now it's about clothing. My tip here is to be a little bit more sustainable, mend your clothing, take care of your clothing. I'm talking about if you have buttons on your shirt and they're coming loose, tighten them up, re-sew them. If you have pills, I have a fabric shaver. I can link the one I have. I love it so much. Anytime I have pills, I use the fabric shaver. It keeps my stuff looking new. I even use it on my sofa. I use it on my wool, on my winter coats. This shirt I'm wearing, I'm telling you, it's crazy. I think it's over 20 years old. Honestly, it still looks new, perfectly fine. The other thing, back to my tip about the water in the washing machine, if you can wash your clothing on cold, I actually think that helps them last longer. It prevents them from fading. So another thing to think about. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. It's free. I won't belabor this point because I talk about this all the time, but this is just very simple. I make my own cleaning products. I encourage you to do the same. I can link a recipe below. This is so simple to do. It also prevents those chemicals from entering the water stream, entering our ocean. Trust me on this one. There are very few cleaning products that you need to buy. I'm telling you, this will not only simplify your life, it will make your house less toxic, and you will save a ton of money. For many years, I have very much been into making as much as I can from scratch. I think that this is a very healthy thing you can do. I don't think it takes too much time. I don't use things like boxed cakes mixes, make my own. I make my own cookies and cakes. And once you start doing it, you figure out how it's done, and you can even do it without a recipe. It's very easy. I bake my own bread. I've been starting to make my own yogurt. I actually have an Instant Pot that I haven't used for many years, and I was this close to donating it. But then I came across this recipe for this super yogurt. It's this El Ruderai yogurt. Let me know if you'd be interested in a video on this yogurt because I've been making it for the last week. It's really healthy for you. It's very simple to make. It's delicious, and you don't have to buy yogurt at the store. I also don't use delivery, so if we're getting pizza, we actually got pizza this week, I will just simply go and pick it up rather than have them bring it to me. Or if you're getting different types of food, I do actually not get delivery that much because even if you pick it up, sometimes it does come in those plastic containers. Just eat at the restaurant if you're gonna get delivery. Try biking over driving or possibly walking. Now, I do realize that not a lot of people live in a place where they can do this, but if you can, it's a lot healthier for you. And I have noticed a lot of times, even if you live in a suburban area, you could probably ride to your grocery store. Usually people live within a couple miles of a grocery store. Try it and see what you think. Recycle what you can. Hopefully you guys have recycling in your area and follow the directions. They will give you a little pamphlet. I've actually taped our pamphlet right to the side of our recycling bin so everyone in the house knows what can go in there and how to do it. Cook from your pantry before you go shopping. Just see what you have. I really hate throwing away expired food. I know a lot of you are the same, and I'm kind of challenging myself to do like a buy nothing pantry challenge at the beginning of this year because I really want to use up that food. I don't want to waste it. Just the other day, I found some coffee from 2020. Obviously, I'm going to drink it, but you know, it's 5 years old now. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you to become a vegetarian unless, of course, you want to do that, and I think that's amazing. I used to think that it was all or nothing with vegetarianism, and I thought that you either ate meat or you didn't eat meat. And then my coworker told me that what she does is she just only eats meat once or twice a week. It was somehow just this game changer in my mind, so I started doing that, and I've been doing it ever since. And I'm telling you, just try it, see if you like it. And if you're worried about protein, because I know as we get older, you want to up your protein intake, you know what? Every day I eat lentils or beans. That has a ton of protein. There are so many sources of protein out there that's not meat that you can just look into, and it's delicious and healthy, and you're going to feel great on top of it. Okay, the next one is to reuse as much as you can, and I'm talking about things that come from the grocery store, like glass jars, for example. Any kind of packaging, obviously, I don't really want you to reuse plastic. That's not good for you. But if you've got glass jars and things, I love reusing those. And now I can use them for my homemade sauces, my homemade yogurt. I just use pasta jars. I use jelly jars. It's funny, my mother-in-law is Bulgarian, and she reuses as much as possible. I'm even going to tell you, one time we got ground meat, and she kept the tray that the ground meat came in, and she, sterilized it and washed it and everything, but then she used it to hold a bunch of pens and pencils. And it just goes to show, like, if you think about the things that are coming into your home, you can reuse a lot of them. You don't have to recycle them or throw them away. This one's a little bit controversial. Kind of some people got mad at me when I suggested it, but I stand behind it, and I'm going to tell you, again, my tip to be a little bit more sustainable is don't use utensils and paper plates and, plates you need to throw away. Unless I'm having a party or an outdoor picnic, I don't use those. A lot of you are saying that they're easier. I just don't see how it's easier to have to go to the grocery store, pick them up, carry them to your car, drive home. Then you have to store them. Then when you use them, you have to throw them away. And then you have to take out your garbage more often. I just don't think it's any easier than washing your dish or washing your spoon. Maybe it's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I will say, if you're trying to reduce toxins in your home, something I recently learned is those paper plates have a very thin coating of plastic on them. I am just kind of over all the plastic in our everyday life, but they do this so that the paper plate is a little bit sturdier because it would crumble really quickly if they didn't do that. So just look into it. I don't think it's the safest thing. Okay, we're getting there. This next one is to grow your own herbs. Oh my gosh. If you buy herbs at the grocery store, they are outrageously expensive. If you have a windowsill, even if you don't have a yard, even if you don't have a garden, you can grow them in a pot. I grow basil in my pots. It goes crazy. I grow cilantro. I grow parsley, dill. Super simple, super cheap. I just buy it from seed. I used to be really up on the latest tech. Whenever a new phone would come out, I'd be the first in line to get it. My tip here is stretch your technology. Stretch it for as many years as you can. Not only is tech waste one of the fastest growing solid waste streams in the world, much like clothes, I also think that the quality of technology is going down. I have seen even the quality of iPhones going down. I think that these manufacturers, they're trying to cater to people who want their phones, they want them fast, they want them cheap. These guys want to make a profit, so here we are. So hang on to your tech, use it for as many years as you can. I think that's going to be so much better. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep on watching, I'm going to link a video up here, so go ahead and click on it, and I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.